This Phillies team pisses me off so much that I decided to dig a little deeper when it comes to their approach at the plate. What is going on, everyone? Before we dive into the heart of this video, I just want to let you know that I do have a promo code for SeatGeek. So if you are looking to buy tickets for any game, any event, go to SeatGeek, use the promo code BROADS, and you will get $20 off of your purchase. But let's get into the Phillies. Let's get into their embarrassment this year. It disgusts me that we move on from players, and they get way better when they're not here. It pisses me off that we acquire players, and they don't perform the way that they were performing with other teams. Now, why is that? And I do know that this roster is flawed. I'm not trying to tell you that we have this completed project of a roster, and they're just not working out at all. But I do have to dig a little deeper and look at what we do while we're at the plate. And it's obvious. We are trying to see a lot of pitches. We want the opposing pitcher to work, throw a ton, get out of the ball game early. And that's great on surface. When you hear that thought process, you say, oh, okay, that makes a little bit of sense, right? Why wouldn't you want to do that? Sure. But you're also missing those pitches that you can drive. You're also missing those good pitches because you're trying to make them throw a lot. It scares me that Scott Kingery last year sucked so much, and now he totally switched up his approach. He was aggressive as hell. He did what he wanted to do, and now he has a great season. He's doing the complete opposite of what the Phillies wanted them to do last year, and now he's thriving and looks like a player that knows what the hell he's doing. He wasn't even playable last year. That scares me. So I decided to look through some stats, right? Listen, this year, the baseball is flying out of the ballpark for every team. You have the Yankees, 198 home runs. The Twins, 223. The Dodgers, the Astros, 190 plus. The Phillies are 22nd in the league with 145. And they play in a ballpark where it is so hitter-friendly, it's absurd. So how come this team can't hit the long ball? How come they struggle to this degree? It makes no sense. I also believe they value walks too much. I value walks a lot, but the Phillies, it's absurd. They're 10th in the league in walks. They're 3rd and 4th hitters. They walk so much. Reese, Bryce, they walk so much. And I get it. There is a point where it is valuable and it helps your baseball team. But at the same time, you need these guys to swing the bat and make things happen. And I know they also have a ton of RBIs. But still, I believe this baseball club looks at walks to an elite level. And it's bothering me. It's bothering me. In slugging percentage, 22nd in the league. In batting average, 20th in the league. In OPS, 20th in the league. In hits, 20th in the league. I wouldn't even say that's middle of the pack. I mean, you're beyond that. You are talking 20th in the league when it comes to stats with hitting. 16th in OBP. So we're middle of the road in on-base percentage, but that's because of how much they value the walks. So to me, that's skewed. It's flawed. Let's look at some guys who left this ball club. Carlos Santana last year, we hated him because all he did was walk, right? All he did was walk, and he had a down year. For us, he hit 229 in 161 games, a 7.66 OPS, and hit 24 homers. With the Cleveland Indians, he was an all-star this year. Through 109 games, he's hitting 281. He matched the home run total of last year with 24, and he has a 927 OPS. So he leaves Philadelphia, and he goes to Cleveland and thrives and does very well for himself. Let's talk about J.P. Crawford. Now, J.P. Crawford doesn't have as big of a resume, as we know. I feel like we gave up on him, and I'm okay with Gene Segura. He's got plenty of years left on his contract. I don't cry at night because we traded J.P. Crawford away and got Gene Segura. You're not going to get much better. J.P. Crawford's not going to be insanely way better than Gene Segura is. If we're ready to win now, which is what I think this baseball team is moving forward to, right? Win now mode-ish, so you think? Well, Gene Segura is in that mode now compared to J.P. Crawford. But in J.P. Crawford's 72 games with the Phillies, he had 40 hits, was hitting .214, 10 doubles. We trade him away. He's got 54 hits, so 14 more hits in 13 less games. He's hitting .250. At one point was hitting .300. He cooled down a bit. 35 RBIs, which is almost double. What's going on? At some point, you need to look at these. If we're analytics, right? If that's what we are, we use analytics. We look at numbers to help us make decisions. Well, don't they realize these numbers? Or are they only picking what they want to hear? Because these numbers tell me that there's a problem with how we are approaching the plate. There's a problem with our mentality when we are in that batter's box. And it pisses me off. It truly is disturbing. Because these players are better than that. And listen, I understand that the players do need to execute. I mean, really, they're the ones up there swinging the bat, so they do need to execute, but this isn't helping. Their approach isn't helping. Taking pitches, not helping. Rhys should be aggressive. And I know it's not always great to be aggressive, but I watch Rhys Hoskins up there sometimes, and he just lets one go right through the middle of the plate, which he should drive out of the park. At this point, because we are struggling so much, if I'm the hitting coach, yo, boys, do whatever. It's fair game. Do whatever. Go up there. Do what makes you comfortable. Do what makes you, you. Don't overthink. Don't worry about working the pitcher. Don't worry about his pitch count. Just go up there and play the way that you play. Because look, Scott Kingery, it's working for. And then everyone will go up there and it's just them. I'm sick to my stomach with this baseball team, if you couldn't tell. I'm obviously bothered. It's been a ridiculous journey so far. And I stated this in my last video. I truly do hate this baseball team. I'll watch every single day. I love that logo. I bleed that logo. I love Phillies baseball as a whole. But this team specifically, I hate this team. I'm not having fun watching this team, covering this team at all. There's a lot of passion that comes out. It's entertaining from your standpoint, I'm sure, but I don't really get that giddy feeling. Like the first month, giddy feeling, I can't wait for 7:05. I'm not getting that. I haven't gotten that since the first month of this season. And if I'm Matt Klentak, if I'm upper management, if I'm John Middleton, I need to value these numbers. I need to look and say that there's some sort of issue with this ball club because these players are too talented. These players are too good to have these dips. Okay, Gene Segura, the last 3 seasons, he has hit over 300. Right now, he's hitting 287. Close to 300. And Gene Segura has a ton of hits. But there's a drop. Is it just the pressure? Is that the difference? The pressure? Because there was some sort of spark heading into the season? Because JT Realmuto played in Miami? Rhys Hoskins never really had pressure in Philadelphia to this degree? Gene Segura played in Seattle? Is that the difference? Bryce Harper signed a big contract? I'm sorry, I can't say that that's the big issue. This, though, the way that we are in the batter's box, trying to work the counts, work the pitcher, that's our main focus, valuing walks to an insane degree. It's not working. It's not working. How do they watch this product like we do every single night? How do they watch this team and not say that there's an issue? We're essentially 20th in the league in all categories here. 22nd in homers. And the only reason why our OBP is up is because of the walks that we value. I'm just trying to make sense of this. I can't make sense of this. All I do is think about this damn team right now. I'm trying to get my mind on the Eagles, but I wake up, I get disgusted about thinking about the Arizona Diamondbacks game last night. I get disgusted thinking I'm going to have to do it again until 1:30 in the morning. And during that time frame in between, I'm thinking, why is this happening? So I want to know your thoughts down below. We fall behind in counts a lot. We see a lot of pitches. Sucks. I look defeated. I am defeated. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.